There is something about apricots that makes summer dessert feel extra special. So today I'm making one of my favorite combinations, a creamy cheesecake with caramelized apricots. Let's start with the apricots. I quickly blanch them in boiling water for just a minute or two, then transfer them straight into an ice bath. This makes peeling them incredibly easy. Once they are peeled, I cut them in half, remove the stones and chop them into smaller pieces. While I'm preparing the apricots, I start making the caramel. I add the sugar to a saucepan over medium heat and let it slowly melt until it turns into a beautiful golden caramel. Then I add a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, followed by 150 ml of water. For an extra layer of flavor, I add the seeds from a vanilla pod. And now the star of the show goes in, the chopped apricots. The vanilla and caramel works beautifully with the natural sweetness and slight tartness of the apricots. I let everything cook together until the apricots become tender and the caramel turns into a delicious fruity sauce. Then I set it aside to cool. While the apricot mixture is cooling, I move on to the biscuit crust. I blend buttery biscuit until they become fine crumbs, then mix them with melted butter. I'm using a 20 cm springform pan lined with parchment paper. I press the biscuit mixture firmly into the bottom of the pan and slightly up the sides. I like using the bottom of a glass for this because it makes it much easier to get an even compact crust. Then I cover the crust with another sheet of parchment paper and add some dried beans on top. This keeps the crust from puffing up while it bakes. I bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. Once it's baked, I remove the parchment and beans and let the crust cool completely. Now it's time for cheesecake filling. I start by beating 2 eggs until they become pale, light, and really fluffy. In another bowl, I combine the cream cheese, sugar, sour cream, vanilla, and a little flour. I mix everything until the filling is completely smooth and creamy. Then I gently add the whipped eggs and mix again until everything is beautifully incorporated. I pour half of the cheesecake mixture over the cold biscuit crust. Then I spoon the cold caramelized apricots over the top, spreading them across the surface. The combination of creamy cheesecake and those soft caramelized apricots is already looking so good. Finally, I pour the rest of cheesecake mixture over the apricots, making sure they are completely covered. I bake the cheesecake at 170 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes. Once it's done, I don't take it out of the oven immediately. I let the cheesecake cool slowly inside for about 30 minutes. After that, I let it cool completely before refrigerating it overnight. The following day, I carefully remove it from the springform pan and transfer it to a serving plate. Then I finish it with some of that beautiful caramelized apricot sauce. And this is the final result. A creamy, delicate cheesecake with a buttery crust, soft caramelized apricots, and a subtle hint of vanilla. And when you cut into it, that creamy center, those little pieces of apricot, and the caramel sauce running over the top. This is exactly the kind of dessert I love making. I hope you give this caramelized apricot cheesecake a try. Thank you for watching. See you in the next recipe.